what's going on. So something else I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about the whole white labeling thing and what it costs exactly to make your own clipper. So here's the thing, right? A lot of people come at you. I've had a lot about, like, especially when I first started. It's calming down now, I'll admit that, but when I first started, a lot of people just said, you just buy off Chinese manufacturers and put your logo on it. Right, so I think about that and I'm like, well, huge brands do that all the time. Pretty much every clipper on the market is that. And then number two, the amount of money that it actually costs to make your own clipper makes it impossible to start a business and make your own clipper unless you're rich, because you do not have the money nor the connections. It takes a while to get these connections. Like, everybody seems to think, this is the one big misconception, is that everybody says anybody with money can make a clipper. Or they say anybody can get their clipper and just put their logo on it. Right, so anybody could probably get a clipper and get the logo if they had enough money, yeah. But anybody cannot make their own clipper because you don't have the connections to make your own clipper. And I know what you think. I understand what you're thinking when you hear that. I understand that probably a lot of people are thinking, well, I could just go on Barber and get them and they'll make me my own clipper. Some factories would. Some would make you a cover. But making your own machine, like your complete own machine, like the shape of it, like that, you literally you get a piece of paper and you draw a machine, and then taking that from what it's like on the paper to real life, like the upcoming T-Pop play. That cannot just be, you cannot just do that, because number one, anybody who does that kind of work and will not make a clip of, they won't work with you. They won't spend their time working with somebody who hasn't got a brand, because how on earth are you going to sell the clippers? Because you got to bear in mind that even if you have got the money, so you've got 100 grand, right? And you think, I'm going to design a clipper, I'm going to put all this into the clipper, I'm going to pay for the molds and get all this done, and we'll test it and then we'll get it out and we'll blah blah blah. And you've got 100 grand and you're like, I'll pay for that, so I own that mold and it's exclusive to me. Even if you could do that, right? Why would the manufacturers work with you if you don't have a brand? Because how are you going to sell their clippers? How are you going to sell? Because after the mold, you need to then buy the clippers. And if you can't sell them, you're not going to be consistent business for them. So they're not going to do it. Then on top of that, you don't know them. And you can't speak Chinese. And you don't know where to go. And you don't know how to negotiate. You just don't have any idea. This takes a lot of time. And I'm actually very, very lucky that I've got a good friend and partner who is Chinese, who does a lot of the communication with me with the Chinese speakers, because a lot of these people don't speak English, and I don't mean partners and shares in the business, but I mean as far as how he helps you with the business, that's how I consider him. Do you know what I mean? I don't consider him as like like, that's the thing. I just don't ever consider people like they work for me, like employees. It's just the way I word it, so don't get that twisted. But yeah, so it's a lot more than that, and I think people just completely underestimate it, because if I had the money to do that, so you pay for your molds, and your mold might cost up to 100 grand, then you have to pay for your production, and then if you're getting any decent amount, your production is going to be another 100, if not more than that, and then you're going to have to pay for some advertising, then you're going to have to pay for the shipping, Like, your shipping might cost, I don't know, if you spent 100 grand on the products, your shipping might cost 10. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have a good presence on social media, the advertising is going to be mad as well. The advertisement money is going to be crazy. So it's like, what do you do? How do you go about, like, how would you possibly do that? You get, like, so you guys are fucking idiots. Like, you really are idiots, because if back in 2021, when I first started, like, doing the Slime 2s, if I had 200-300 grand, then, like, I'd already be rich. So this wouldn't be the same thing, would it? It wouldn't be the same thing. If I had 300 grand in the bank in 2021, then how could I be T-Pop? Because I would have been rich. It wouldn't have been the same. You can't, like, I don't know how to explain it. You just can't fake that kind of thing, can you? So, to you guys who've been bitching for years, saying, why don't T-Pop make his own molds, make his own thing? Well, now we do. Now I've got more money. I do, and I just want you to know that it costs a hell of a lot of money, took a hell of a lot of connections, and our first clipper, the T-Pop Play, will release this year. I would say in late April or May, and I really hope that people actually particularly support this one, because there's more to come. There's more to come, and soon our whole range will be 100% exclusive, designed by us, and yeah, it's gonna thing. I probably always keep the Slime 2's got a special place in my heart, so we are gonna keep that, but it's one of them things. It's so we're working on everything being exclusive, and not just like exclusive covers and exclusive molds. Like, obviously the EXO's exclusive, the Trolls exclusive, but you know what I mean. It's not 100% original kind of thing, but we're working on everything to be 100% original. There may be a play trimmer, there may be a play foil. You never know. There may be a psycho clipper, you never know what's going to happen. But I just wanted to share with you is that it's really, really fucking expensive. Like, so the next time you get in the comment section and they're like, well, why don't you just make original clippers from the beginning? Because I'm not rich, you know what I mean? I didn't have fucking 200 grand to gamble with. I'm not a complete, like, you know what I mean? I didn't have 200k. That's it. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And yeah, T-Pop Gang, Play, coming late April. I really hope you support it. I really hope you like it. When we designed this, John's Barber Room designed the first drawing of it. Went through loads of things, but yeah, so massive shout out to John for helping with that. And yeah, we've got with this, I just thought of everything that I would personally need in a clip. So I thought of two things with this clipper. I thought what I would want with a clipper, what the barber would want, in terms of the perfect size, the perfect weight, the perfect shape, the perfect grip, how it would feel, the perfect sort of motor, the perfect volume. There's certain things that you could have done that would maybe make it, like, you got to do certain things a certain way. Like, if you had too much, want certain kind of motor, it might bring the power up, but the noise would come. You know what I mean? Everything's the right level on this clipper. It's the quietest clipper on the market, bar none. There is nothing quieter than this clipper. The only clipper I'd say smaller than it is the Goblin size, but the only reason the Goblin's so small is because his battery is too small. That's why the battery life of the Goblin and the Vectors was 2 hours. basically, maximum. This one's 5, so it's a little bit longer, but it's got a much bigger battery. So yeah, I'm going to show it you all in due course. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you the story of our first 100% from scratch clipper. Respect.